Red 96.7, everything that rocks. On the phone with me right now, the lead guitarist of Sons of Texas, Jes. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm sorry about the tardiness.
Yeah, we were wondering, are they in a different time zone? Did they party too hard the night before?
No, actually, I'm in the middle of a move, and I set my alarm, but I didn't realize I put it to PM and not AM.
Well, hey, man, at least you didn't get kidnapped by ninjas or anything, so that's always a plus. So, Jes, Sons of Texas, you guys have that bluesy metal feel to you. Is there a certain reason why for that, or was it because of influences around you while growing up?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I listened to a lot of heavier stuff for sure. I mean, I started off with Metallica and Pantera and that kind of thing, and then found Slipknot and Mudvayne. And it was just progressing into different stuff, and then recently it was just like, I don't know, something hit me, and it was like, I feel like doing, I guess, closer to rock and roll and blues and that kind of thing. So I just because I'm very guitar-oriented, that's just what struck me, and I wanted to do it, and it ended up happening, and it felt right, you know?
Well, I gotta say, your guys' debut album, Baptized in the Rio Grande, is amazing. I'm loving that you're knocking down doors with your sound, and Sons of Texas, your guys' newest single, Blame Shift, is in our Red 96.7 Crank It or Yank It this week. It's where we get the Rev Warriors to vote on whether we keep it in the playlist or not, and last time I checked the polls, Central Minnesota really digging this tune. 92% of the polls say to crank it up.
Nice. Thank you guys so much once again for spinning our tracks, and thanks to everybody who voted and kept us on the radio. That's great. I appreciate everybody.
No problem, man. And hey, Rev Warriors, if you haven't gotten your vote in for this week's Crank It or Yank It, hit the website rev967.com. Take a listen to Sons of Texas' newest one, Blame Shift, and tell us if we should crank it up to 11 or throw it out of the playlist altogether, which I'm guessing that we won't because of the 92% saying to crank it, but you never know. We still got the week and the weekend. Maybe it could change, maybe not. Jes, getting back to you, Sons of Texas, you guys actually going on tour at the end of this month, right?
Yes, man. We'll be out with Texas Hippie Coalition. It's going to be great to be out there hanging out with them. You know, the weather's turning. It's awesome. Everything's going to be great. Starting the new single out there, and hope everybody comes out and has a good time with us. On
this tour, are you guys going to be making a stop in Minnesota at all?
I don't know the dates off the top of my head, but I think we're going up that way, either not on this tour or the following one. We're going to do a lot of touring this year, so I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be seeing you guys pretty soon.
Well, hey, whether it be this tour or the next one, we're looking forward to seeing you guys perform here in Minnesota. Jes, I got a couple of questions that the Rev Warriors wanted me to ask you, if you got a couple of more minutes to spare.
Absolutely. Shoot.
Sweet. Okay. Kevin from Maplewood, who listens online at rev967.com, is wondering, what is your guys' favorite local beer in Texas?
We like to drink Shiner. Everybody in the band likes to drink Shiner, or when it's not a Texas beer, we do something like Stella or, any of the imports. But if it's a Texas beer, it's going to be Shiner for sure.
Shiner for sure. Well, next time I go to Texas, I'm going to have to try that. All right, the next question is from Stacy in St. Cloud. She asked, who would be the one band you would love to share the stage with and why?
There's a couple of answers to that one. I'll go with the first one off the top of my head, be Foo Fighters. I dig everything that is Dave Grohl.
I think everyone does. He is the nicest musician in rock and roll, so.
Yeah, he just seems like a cool dude to hang out with, and even if we got a chance to be in the same area and I got to shake his hand, it'd be great.
Just right after that moment, you just stop and be like, today is the best moment of my life. Nothing can get better than me shaking Dave Grohl's hand.
Absolutely. Now, if it was going to be somebody from the past, it'd definitely be Pantera. Hands down, without a question.
All right, Jes, our final question is from Mike, also in St. Cloud. He wants to know, what is your favorite thing to do when you're not on tour or making music?
Favorite thing to do, spend time with my kids and my wife. I like being home, and I like spending time with them as much as I can.
A family man. I love it. Jes, a huge thank you for taking the time to talk to me today during your busy moving schedule and all.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you guys in Minnesota soon, and we can come in and make it up for being late. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, we got no problem with that at all. Stop on by the Rev Studios anytime you want. Rev Warriors, Sons of Texas' debut album, Baptized in the Rio Grande, is out now, and their latest single, Blame Shift, in this week's Crank It or Yank It. Gonna play that for you right now, so take a listen to it, and then get your votes in at rev967.com.